Hi everybody, this is an instruction video on the Excel sheet that's in the description. It's a link to my Etsy store. This is one of these sheets. This is the big sheet that I have there. And the other sheets don't really need workbooks don't really need instructions, but this one does because it has a lot of fancy built-in stuff. But there are areas where you can break it. So let's go ahead. I'll go in order, just show you the screen of each of the stuff. And then I'll explain to you what they do, and I'll show you how they work. Let's clear out that before I start. Okay, so first of all, you enter your paycheck. That's what the first thing you would do. Most common thing you would do here. Let's say 1,000. Notice the weighting symbol here and the gray button. Type it in. You get all these new numbers. The sum of tax held, tax calculated. We'll see that soon. You get green loaded, green set. Click it. Now it's back to gray and weighting. These numbers are turned from formula into value. What did that do? That sent it over here. Never delete these two rows because the VBA needs that to copy it down the formula here. So you'll see those are negative values here. Over here, they were positive. The VBA wrote it in negative because in the table where they get sent to with the SUMIF formula, this is the only positive area of the budget. All the cells have the same formula. All the green and white cells, have the same formula. It's a relative cell formula. So that works there. The green are sums. This also is a sum. This is the final sum. Down here, you have your totals. You have your averages. You can paste your previous year's average and totals up at the top. More instructions over here. I don't want to edit that. Another place you can enter items is here. This is a formula. Don't change that. Let's say I want to do that -60 green. You can add a subcategory if you want, or just a note over there. You can add it. A bunch of stuff just changed. You can see that changed color and what it said for like a half a second there. That was VBA. Clear that out. And now you can see how this populates. I'm going to leave that there because I already uploaded the clean version. You can add an income category. If you press enter or cancel, it doesn't do anything. If you add a garbage thing, it adds a new name, adds it to the sum, adds the formula in, and it adds the name to our table for the data validation over here. So we can add that in there. To get rid of that, I really don't recommend doing this. I just recommend you change the name in both spots. But that's how you would get rid of it. To change the name, you would have to first delete that. You would have to go into here, change the name. And you also would want to search here, filter by the thing, and then delete all of them. Or search by, let's say, select all, this one, and then go through all of it and do a search, do find and replace, I would guess, I guess. Then paste the new name for all of them. Okay, that's that. You can add other areas, add a fixed expense. Let's put a garbage name here. You have to be careful with your naming. Here in this fixed expense area, it's going to give you the previous number. You have to change it yourself. It's really easy. Just do that. Copy it down. But let's get rid of that. There, again, go back here, take it out. You don't have to take it out, but it's cleaner if you do. Okay. What's this talking about? Do not change these headers. And any new headers that you make must not include the name of the sum headers. If they do, the VBA is gonna get tricked and add new columns in weird spots. So don't do that. That does it for the most complicated sheet. Let's go to the annualized expense. So that's what you saw before. We have this is why it's called annualized expenses. You put in the cost. Oh, I missed it. Column here, item, how much you paid for it, how long it lasts by months, and then you get the annualized number, the sum of it, and then in the 5 months emergency fund, you get that monthly, then 5 months. So that emergency fund goes to this here. And you have this number. It's a negative because we're taking 1921 from here and putting it over there. These numbers are taken from here. So if we were to delete all this, we would get a different number here and a 0 over here. I'm not entirely sure why that is, but fine. Oh, I didn't copy that, maybe. Interesting. Another bug. I will upload that. Let's first fix the formatting. And I need to change this. All learning experience. Okay, what does this do? This tracks your net worth. So let's just put in some fake numbers here. You can see it's layered. Let's say tax estimated. You would put in this number here. Let's say this says car, but it's really any item that you want to earmark cash for. So it's pretty self-explanatory. Checking, savings, locked retirement account, liquid investments in the stock market, your debt. This is your net worth, so that's a formula. Your emergency fund, which we saw from here, the 5-month emergency fund. Your estimated taxes. You could link the cell to here, but every month is different because it grows. And then loose cash is what's left. We could add more fake data here so you can see it sort of climb or decline, but that's fine. That's that. Now we come to the tax calculator or estimator. You enter actually it's linked to, you don't have to enter anything here unless you wanted to add more like items from interest or gain loss, but right here we only have these two options. You have self-employment tax deductible. If you don't have a self-employment system. If you don't have a 1099, then you don't have to worry about that. This is charity. I don't think I added health and stuff, but those are also included in that. It's standard deduction. This takes the greater deduction. Then you have federal tax that does a fancy lookup on that table. RETA tax is an Ohio tax on W2 gross. I'm still not sure what that is for. I forgot when I made this. This is another complicated self-employment tax calculator. Then you have state tax bracket lookup, and final sum, and then percentage of your income. Okay, that's that. Finally, the portfolio tracker. So you would put in, as of the end of the month, the total deposited funds and the ending balance. So you would see what your score was, and then over time you would see you would see your current margin versus total growth, which is two different things. This is current margin in dollars. Monthly increase, that's more simple. This chart shows your difference between your deposits and your current ending balance. And this chart shows the difference between your current margin percentage, actual margin, which is this, and your total growth, which is more of a score. Why they are two different things is mathematically, whatever, it's complicated. And this is your little legend up here for, I think tracks the end of the table. Yeah, that does it. I think I covered everything. Hopefully you don't break the VBA over here. And it's only these two sheets that have VBA. It also extends to this table, but yes. So what's mostly here, don't add any columns over here and don't add any rows over here, because VBA is looking at these cells and it only has the absolute cell references. For this, it's looking at the headers, so you can move it over a bit. I still don't recommend doing it yourself. You should use the built-in the buttons over here. Okay, thanks for watching. Whether you buy it or not, I give you my full permission to try to build it yourself. Okay.